Mark hadn't planned on stopping at the store that afternoon, but his wife texted asking if he could pick up a charging cable on his way home. He didn't mind. He was already passing through the area, and the errand would only take a few minutes. He pulled into the lot, checked the time, and reminded himself he still needed to answer a work email before 5. Nothing about his day felt unusual. When he stepped inside, the noise and motion of the store met him in a familiar wave. A parent steered a child away from a shelf of toys, offering a gentle promise to look at something more affordable. Two employees in matching vests stocked new items in the home goods aisle, talking softly as they worked. A teenager compared video games at an end cap, narrowing his eyes as he read the label. Farther down, a couple debated between two throw pillows, each making their case with quiet conviction. Carts moved past him in different rhythms, some gliding smoothly, others rattling with a loose wheel. A register scanner beeped from the front of the store. An overhead announcement drifted somewhere above the ambient conversations of shoppers. Mark turned into the electronics aisle, and as he did, another customer stepped in behind him. The man paused at the entrance, just long enough for Mark to notice. His eyes moved across the space, the people in the aisle, the shelves of tech accessories, and the open walkway beyond. He wasn't holding a basket or pushing a cart, and he didn't move toward any product. Near Mark, a shopper examined a box of headphones. Someone else passed through quickly, grabbed a charging cable, and continued toward the registers. Behind him, the same man adjusted the front of his jacket at the waistline before giving that area a brief, single pat. His eyes shifted toward the main walkway, then toward the registers at the front of the store. A moment later, he picked up a small boxed item and held it in front of him. But instead of studying it, his attention drifted left and right. He set the item back down without reading it. His stance changed. Instead of the easy, square-footed position most shoppers used, he settled into a staggered posture, one foot slightly behind the other, his body angled as if preparing to move quickly. His breathing was noticeable now, deeper, more frequent, and sustained rather than momentary. An employee pushing a cart of unopened stock passed the mouth of the aisle and stopped to help a customer searching for batteries. A young child wandered toward the aisle before a parent guided them back. The man at the entrance, the same one Mark had noticed since stepping into the aisle, adjusted his jacket again, pressing downward at his waist as though ensuring something stayed in place. He shifted his weight, re-establishing that staggered stance. He took a short step forward, then eased back to his position near the end cap. His eyes drifted again toward the front of the store, lingering for a breath longer than before. A nearby employee stocking shelves offered a polite, "Hey, can I help you find something?" The man didn't look at her. "No, I'm good," he said, returning his attention to the front registers almost immediately. The teenager who'd been comparing video games walked off toward checkout. A couple slowed their cart at the top of the aisle, discussing whether they needed anything here before continuing on. The store's soundscape continued around them, cartwheels, soft conversations, distant announcements. The man at the end cap, still the same individual Mark had been watching, remained where he was. His hands rubbed together briefly before falling still. His breathing stayed slightly elevated. His eyes moved once more toward the front of the store. He stayed in place. He wasn't browsing. He wasn't selecting anything. Now that you've observed the scenario and spotted the anomalies, it's time to shift into analysis mode. Take the cues you identified, group them into clusters, and start forming the behavioral patterns they point toward. From there, you can project forward and decide what you think is most likely to happen in the next few minutes. This is where everything you notice starts to come together.